Welcome back to part number 16 of my Imperator Rome Seleucid Empire playthrough. It's looking more and more like a world conquest, clearly. It's just a matter of getting there. I'm going to get there without the winning the land by spear. We're just going to do repeated wars against Egypt and Carthage and not worry about this spear. I want to see how fast it can be done. With this militant Epicureanism, I believe that we can declare wars and drive up our aggressive expansion, but eliminate the low stability with our raising of various holy sites. As to whether our primary culture rebels or whatnot, I don't really know. They're already highly agitated due to a high aggressive expansion. We'll see what happens there. We are about to declare war on Rome. I was looking for the next goal for technologies, and I have learned something. I didn't really have to go here. I assumed that unlocking the Sponsored Scholars Authority law would unlock both. I've never seen something that did not unlock both, but apparently this one is particularly divergent there. It's a bifurcative. Here you can have the Might of Majesty law. It's specifically called out here. And it looks as though this one is the Sponsored Scholars Law. But I was able to unlock the Might of Majesty Law by reaching the Sponsored Scholars goal. The thing is that clearly it's much easier to reach the Might of Majesty than the Sponsored Scholars. Of course, if I had to do it over again, would I take all of this stuff in here? Probably not. I would probably just go bing and bang. And not worry and proceed onward to take more tax items and or winning the land by spear and such. Well, such is life. You live and you learn. I suppose I could microanalyze this, perhaps do a bit more analysis before proceeding. Well, we're winning the game, and we'll not worry about exactly how we get there or in the most efficient manner. And we'll just kick the tires on these new procedures and such, and we'll carry on. And not worry, we'll not worry. I note that we are almost, with our mighty diplomatic range that we've taken, are almost within diplomatic range of these fellows. If we were to take maybe another 15%, we might be able to do it, or we might not. I think I am going to get us forcibly into diplo range. After we declare on Rome, we're going to go here, there. We're going to put us adjacent to here. We're going to declare on them. We're going to take that, and then we're going to file a claim. My point being, that may or may not get us it'll get closer. And Carthage seems to have various allies here that are not Egypt. So if we take this whole lot here, I think that gets us adjacent right here. And if we file a claim there, we can get Carthage involved in a war without the crazed Egyptians becoming involved. So I figure maybe we do that first and take a bite out of Carthage, and then if they still want to be allied with Egypt, we'll deal with a beat down Carthage and a normal ascendant Egypt. I think that's a decent enough plan, as I'm in no particular hurry, as I previously stated. This war with Rome is going to be a slaughter. I'm not going to show it. If anything of interest happens, like our armies are stack wiped, or the capital is seized, or Rome somehow wins a victory, I'll let you know. Well, we stumbled on the Dread Legion of Latium here. One of our armies was in Tibur heading for Rome, and then a 57,000 strong legion showed up. I had another army here, stepped in there, and then another Merc army landed at Fundi and reinforced, and it looks as though we've turned the tide. I'll be back. Well, we just won a revolt over here. These guys are going to start to integrate 562 here. Looks like 563, 565, 566. Let's see, 573 and wow, 570. The Roman war goes well. I'll be back. Well, as it turns out, the Romans have no more taste for war. They're going to give up 100 war score, even though they only have the 71. I'm going to take it. We'll sack Rome, make another claim. Let's do it. Let's see, I'm not going to integrate these guys, so I may as well take some funding here. Morale of armies, manpower, that could help again. 5,000 gold. We're going to take it. And I'll be right back. I placed the governor. I'm going to spend some of this gold to essentially walk around the board here and just move pops that are Macedonian into cities so we can raise our count here. I'm going to take a look here and see how many we have. We can raise quite a few. Bactriana, our cultural assimilation theaters are doing their job there. Can raise more in Mesopotamia as well. That one's still reeling from the non-integration of the Persians, or integration of them. Well, they'll come around. It's happening at some degree of speed here, clearly. Let's see. I'm going to do all that. I'll be right back. There's no need to watch the minutia. Well, I have the money. I'd take some Macedonians from here. I have a fat stack here. I'm going to move them here, get them here, move them over to these vacant cities in this area here. I'll be back. Well, I just noted here that Egypt is in an alliance with Argos, so I suppose we can get a claim going against the tiny little nation of Argos. Trigger the Egyptians, hopefully. I'm going to let these guys get back to friendly territory, de-exile, and go for this area. Seeing how long it will take to get to this one, which will increase our diplomatic range, allow us to file more claims in Iberia. 5, 6, 3 is a couple of years, half a dozen of one, 6 of another. I'll be back. We'll probably conquer this territory and open up the adjacency as well. Just got a note here, pretender placated. I've never seen that before. We can also anoint this fellow if we wanted to. There's no point in it. We have an 11 finesse man on the way here, and we're going to integrate Crayon. So where is Crayon again? It's here. So we have to deal with all that. I'm going to see if I can improve those territories and such. I'll be back. I think we just had a passing one to the next. We lost a bit of stability, but not the 10 event. We have let's see here. This guy's primary area is now the Basilius, and we can integrate influence and see who needs to get up to the task. Anyway, this is not particularly relevant to strategy per se. We're going to head up to get these guys on board this ship. We're going to go open up diplomatic range the hard way or the easy way. See if we can get a claim here and then get adjacent here and trigger this guy and get Carthage in. I'll be back. I'm going to declare war on this group. I'll be back. These guys integrated. We can get a claim directly on Dhara, I believe, here. May as well go for a whopper here. 242 sounds good. We've done it. I'm going to place governors to carry on with the minor war in this area here. And I will be back. Isukara integrated as well. I'll be back. So we now directly border this Sumpa and various feudatories. We just unlocked 2 invention advances. I believe we're going to go for the funding taxes here. We've got to take 1 here, enact law. And then we get our 10% national tax there. That should help. Keep 1 in the bank. We need 2 to get our diplomatic range up. Let's see how much money we make now. A fair amount. I'll be back. All right, a couple of assaults here. We're going to close these wars out. Let's check the prisoners. Just the 1 minute in Rome. And there's a new... I'll be back. Looks like Korobios and his clone are both being held by Inguania, so we have to do away with the Inguanians here. And we can adopt these other guys without incident. See if we peace out with this lot here. We'll see. I think we can perhaps separate peace where possible. Why not do it? It's the same. We'll adopt those. And I think, let's see, we border this guy now. We can sue for him. And we can adopt or integrate them from the jails. I don't think we can peace out. We can peace out. We can't because we don't adjacent. We're not adjacent. So we certainly have the war score to take the lot. And will. Let's see, we can take those and those. I'll be back. This is where the going gets slow, the slow get going here. We're going to go ahead and file a claim here as to when we are going to be able to open up a diplomatic range by increasing our base of 1,800 by 15% and putting ourselves within range here. I don't rightly know. If I had to say not anytime soon. We're going to just need that, just that little bit, but we have two techs we need to progress along, and I'm not sure when we're going to get there. We could get there as of, well, 565, but I think I'm going to go elsewhere. I'm not exactly sure as yet, but I'm going to get the claim going just in case. I'll be back. Alright, I haven't moved these guys out. I'm going to move them down to this area here, stage for what is going to be a dual war against Egypt and Carthage. I'm going to declare on Egypt, so it's the war leader. I'll get a 33% malice when I separate peace out with Carthage after the 3 years, theoretically. Of course, if we win, which I'm pretty sure we will, it's just a matter of grinding it out. I'm not even going to show it. It's a matter of strategy at this point. It's just the minutia of it is not particularly relevant. I colonized up to this area, going to drop some claims here. After the war is done, by the time it's finished, the claim against Argos should be finished, and if Argos is still an Egyptian ally, I plan to immediately declare and re-trigger Egypt for another 100 war score. I plan to orchestrate a war against Nitrobrigia at that point as well, which will put us adjacent to Iler Calvonia. We'll declare against them and hopefully get next to this Carthage ally, and we'll be able to war with them sooner than later at some point as well. Hopefully without Egypt at the same time. I'm going to do all that. I'll be back. You know, these guys are standing down. I'm going to merge these two fleets and get them over towards Egypt, but just taking a look at this, and the minus 90% malice is not exactly 90% malice. We have other bonuses that offset that substantially. So we're actually at a positive 40% omen power, even with the militant Epicureanism, and we're getting a fair omen from our deified ruler here of 2% population happiness and 12% religious advances. So let's do that and carry on here and see. When do we get another? It is 565 shortly. So we have only one here. I'll figure something out. I'll be back. While I'm shuffling pops back and forth, I got these guys out of the Roman theater. There's no one here any longer. We're going to fix that problem, but they're heading over to here, and then I'll distribute them around in this area. At which point the fleet will head back here, pick up these guys, and bring them over to Carthage. We have the naval superiority, unless they both get together. A couple of various armies here ready to engage these small Egyptian areas. Hopefully, well, is corn going to still exist by that time? 5, 6, 6, 2 years. So corn is going to disappear, leaving us just with these Egyptian... There's not really much of it, actually. So whatever the case is, we're going to sort through it at some point. We have naval superiority and should be able to respond. More to the point, this claim just hit here against Argos, and theoretically, I could engage the Egyptians without the Carthaginians, but then I'd be at a 33% malice for war score. I'd get a full war score against Argos, but not so much so with Egypt. I want Egypt as the war leader, and then I want to be able to take the 33% malice for separate piecing against Carthage. and then we'll re-trigger Egypt the second time with Argos and take that 33% on the second time around. I'll be back. Well, just moving this fleet back over here to pick this up. I took a look at the royal family here, and apparently we have 3 daughters. I need to change a law immediately so that will allow the daughters to allow female children of the monarch to succeed to the throne if there are no valid male heirs. This is the one. We'll do it. And we'll have to raise a holy side or 2 to counteract that. So now, let's see what the secession looks like now. It looks as though she's going to take to the throne. I'm not overly enthusiastic about that. I want to anoint her at some point. But we need to have a 90 legitimacy or more. We don't have the divinity. If we get her in, she has a son here, 7 years old. And theoretically, he can marry one of the blood of the Argent that we have. There's a 16-year-old blood of the Argent wandering around here somewhere. Exactly where, I don't know. But we're going to try to get that guy married to the blood of the Argent woman. She'll be a little bit older by then, about 10 years. She'll be about, I think, at 26 by then. I'll be back. Okay, this war against Egypt and Carthage is about as ready as it's ever going to be. This area, who even knows? Egypt can have some cohorts go up in that area, levies. I don't know where they are. Figure it out at some point. This area here in Carthage does not have any forts, so we should be able to unload here, take this area, get food positive, and then siege down this area. I want to take this and then head over this way, perhaps, whatnot. Let's just do it. Let's declare said war, and we'll start by doing it. I believe we have a claim here on Egypt. And we'll find out where exactly said claims are. Right here, where is that? We still don't know what it's called. South Phoenicia, that's what we will engage Egypt in. As to whether we realize it immediately or not, we don't really know, but we are going to do it immediately. South Phoenicia sounds like a decent enough idea. Argos, that's right. Rats. So much for my idea. Now, I don't know what I was thinking exactly. Perhaps I've been playing this game for too many hours straight. Anyway, we're just going to do it, get on with our day. Onward we go. We've done it. We have no longer importing these various things. I'll be back with periodic updates. Here we go again. The Oracle's back for more. We're not paying her again, though. We're not paying. Well, we have a couple of inventions. We don't make a whole lot of money with this war and a high maintenance on the army. 24. I'm going to go ahead take a couple of inventions here. 10% pop capacity is very nice. We'll take a national tax here. A little bit more funding coming in, and then we have a limited governorship we can take as well. Let's see what that did to our... it's more than it was before. I'll be back. So what goes on in the war? We just bribed this merc off here, sieging down this portion of Carthage. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I tend to get suboptimal outcomes when I do that. These guys are sort of holding back as well. They just broke through a couple of forts. We should be able to progress in earnest shortly. Have the fleet hanging out over here. Those guys in Carthage are on their own. This area is coming along. Some sieging going on there. This seems to be going reasonably well as well. Let's go ahead and take that. This guy is going to go try to interdict this guy's sieging activities. There's an army up here that just keeps laying the smackdown on my armies. I don't know what the story is with it, but I think he has 14 and 9. I don't know what it is. Well, I think he's laying it down on my horse archers, I think. Well, where's he going? He's going here. We're gonna follow him over and see if we can dispatch him. I'll be back. Well, we've got all kinds of different scenarios. I just changed from one tactic to the next. I finally used Cavalry Skirmish. The guy is still... I'm not sure exactly what makes him so special, but he certainly is. I'll be back. We're going to bring the 3rd Taxus over and deal with that guy. I'm hoping for a better result, although I'm not holding my breath, that's for sure. Let's see. He's sieging down our fort here. I think that's his goal. We're going to land in Chios here and hopefully bring it to him. I'll be back. Don't ask me why this is green lighted. I couldn't even say. It's probably another lie. It's not true. That guy's going to beat us down again badly. Well, it's not as bad as I thought. I'll be back. But it's a loss. I think we're finally going to lay the smackdown on this guy. That's not the Merc. This is the guy here. 2nd Taxus of Lower Egypt. We've got the 3rd Taxus of Mesopotamia. It says we're going to get him. It's over for him now. I'll be back. There's a periodic war update. Moving slow and easy, just taking forts and going on. Moving on. We have a +4 against this level 4 forts going reasonably well. When did the war start? Not really even sure. 565 March, about 2 years ago thereabouts. So we have 1 year left before we can separate peace. Doing much the same here. Just sort of hanging around and waiting until we can siege a fort and then move forward. Seems to be working better than not. Spending money, bribe the Merc. Failed twice. That's where we are here. What drives this guy? I don't know. I'll be back. Well, the war progresses well. We have a 90-some-odd war score here. These guys are going to go to... Are these Mesopotamian? They are indeed. Well, we're gonna desecrate this holy site. These guys already have the special bonus. Well, such is life. We'll have the Stratos Cappadocia Pontica do it. I'll be back. Well, I'm in no mood to wait. We're going to desecrate that. Grab ourselves 10 stability. Take the Ben stone and put it in Seleukid Megala. That should be actionable right now. Let's learn the truth here. We have a slot open. It should say Ben stone somewhere right here. There it is. We'll deposit that. And now we should have some very serious capacity here in Seleukid Megala. Let's learn the truth here. We have many slots open. Let's see what happens if we build an aqueduct here. Get +9. Well, I think that's going to be +10 or more at the end of the day here. I'll be back. We just stack wiped an army. We're going to stack wipe another here. I'm sure we're close to it. And another perhaps. Off they go. I'll be back. Well, the war is 3 months, 3 years. We're a little bit over the limit here. I see no reason to be in the domineering stance any longer, really. You break it down here, we just have these two guys to integrate it. I'm not in any particular hurry. So I believe we just have the 2 relations at present. Just 2, yep. So we're going to lose that stance and go to the bellicose stance to get ourselves another 10% war score cost bonus. And we'll see how willing Carthage is to part with their territory now. We'll find out. I suspect. I know they'll take it. Now they won't take it. I see. You're going to need a bit more convincing, I guess. I'm not exactly sure why, but they're willing to do that, but not that. Carthage is always belligerent for, I guess because they're so large, they don't want to give up any more. Well, I'm going to let this war carry on for longer. I'll be back. Well, 82 war score is good enough for me. We're going to separate peace out with Carthage here. Just want to make sure I didn't separate peace with Egypt. This is Carthage. Let's make double. Okay, so yeah. Let's just do it, and we'll take that. We've done it. We need to get these guys the heck out now. I think we can take quite a bit of Egyptian territory. I am thinking on the Argid requisites here. We have that. We can take that, that. Let's see if there are any more. I'll be back. All right, by my best reckoning, here we are. We need Tyros here. We need to take that. Let's see if we can do it. Tyros. I think that is everything. Let's double check that. Here, there, there. And Gaza as well. I'll be back. That was just far too much border gore. I'm going to clean it up a little bit here. Border gore, some border gore there. Proceed in an orderly manner here, and in 7 years we'll revisit this issue with the Egyptians, perhaps the Carthaginians as well. Let's go ahead and click that button. We are ready for action. Tyros, we've sacked that. Clearly we'll need the money. Build cost, build time. We'll take the funding. I will be back. Well, it looks like it's on to Rome. The truce with Rome is essentially over as of November 2569. So about 9 months. By the time we're able to get on board and centralize, get back a de-exile, we'll be ready for action. Is that claim hit here yet? We have the claim. We can go for Nitrobrigia as well, and we'll take that area, and then we'll get adjacent here and claim that. Who is that now? I see. Well, anyway, I want to get adjacent to these guys to get that much closer to this Carthaginian ally. Perhaps this guy as well, we can get adjacent to him. I'm not sure how to trigger this guy. There's no way to do it. I'll be back.